Hi, it's April 5th. We're in the backyard, zone 5B, and I've got some things just starting to come up. No real buds except for the crocus, which are always earliest. Let's see what we got. All right. Honestly, a couple of pots from last year. I don't even know what we have in here, but I didn't think they were going to be doing anything, and here they are. We've got a few daffodils, it looks like, starting to peek out from the ground. We've got more peeking out from the ground. We've got a couple of things overwintering from last year. I think these are the scabiosa pincushion flowers even. Yeah, this is just sort of where I slap a bunch of tulips and daffodils so that I can cut them later, and then I just threw the rest of my soil on there that I needed to. You can see that there's a few of the hyacinth coming up as well. Look at that. So pretty. These are, for the most part, tulips that were planted like my first or second year here, so they are probably in their fifth or sixth year at this point. They've multiplied. They usually bloom into, they might even be a pink impression. Here's where I just I pop a few crocus to let me know what's going on in the soil back here. When I find a hole and I've got extra tulips and stuff, I pop it in. We're gonna see what happens over here. This is the area, God, it got decimated last May with hail damage. Like pretty much everything was killed. Or just kind of destroyed, with the greenery still there. So a lot of this is hopefully coming back from last year. And then of course, we throw a few more things in there. These are gonna be maybe those big giant hyacinths from last year. Why you see all these red things is it was my little indication to myself last year of where did I have space to put in more bulbs. But yeah, it's so interesting how things are much different time-wise in the backyard. Here we've got the crocus just starting to come into their own. Look at that. And I've got one crocus that I don't have in the front yard, which are these little orangey ones with kind of a brown stripe on them. Now in this area we'll see hopefully some Lady Jane tulips coming back for multiple years, as well as some hyacinths, the mostly yellow and white. But yeah, these are some new tulips that I put in because many of them just didn't come back from last year. These are probably going to be more like our pink impressions. Those tend to do pretty well. And then look at this. We've got little crocuses. I love these little species crocus. They open, and when the bees are out, they really love them. And I love it. Just some things that I didn't expect to be coming back from last year at all. Who even knows what I got in some of these? All right, we've got some daffodils. This is a knockout rose here that is coming back to life. Right, and then behind it are some daffodils and some tulips that have come back from year to year. You can see that there's certainly splits going on there, like they've turned into some daughter bulbs. All right, some tulips here and various other bulbs that have been in the ground for a couple of years. That's going to be interesting. Last year, at the very end of the year, I popped a goat's beard in this little hole here, kind of to the left of that one bed. We'll see if it comes back. All right, and then this is my little experimental bed that 2 years ago I had put in different stripes of different bulbs, like hyacinths and crocuses in the front, even some Muscari latifolium, of which only one came back last year, various daffodils, pretty much kind of one row of everything that I had in the backyard. Pink impressions, Tahiti daffodils, apricot delight, and we can see what is, I think, some Mount Hood daffodils too, or sorry, Mount Hood tulips. So you can see the daffodils are coming up here first. In the back, you can tell how, I think these ones were pink impression, and they've just, split and multiplied here. We'll see how many come out. But yeah, I just wanted to see what would happen in this little bed all by itself that I was not putting more and more into, except for throwing some summer bulbs in, like some gladiolus. All right, I'm gonna go. But yeah, it's starting to warm up back here, and let's end with some of these beautiful little buttery crocus. Have a great day. Bye-bye.